welcome to the third lecture of electrostatic field. Till now, in the first and the second lectures, we have seen about the definition of electric field due to a point charge. Third one is electric field due to multiple charges, that is superposition principle. The fourth one was electric field due to continuous charge distribution. The fifth one is electric lines of force, and the sixth one is properties of electric lines of force. The next topic which we are going to take under the electric field and the lecture number 3 is dipole. So let us see what is a dipole. If you see its definition, as per the definition, dipole is defined as two equal and opposite charges separated by a very small distance. Let us try to draw and understand what exactly these words mean. So it means two equal and opposite charges. So there are two charges, right? They are equal in magnitude but opposite in the nature. One of them is positive and another one is negative. So two equal and opposite charges, they are separated by a very small distance. The small distance I denote it with the 2a. Why 2a? It will help us in simplifying the derivation that we are going to do in the next section, right? This distance 2a, it is in the order of 10 to the power minus 12 or 10 to the power minus 9. It is in the order of nano or picometers, right? So it's a very small distance. Related to this dipole, we have one physical quantity which is called as a dipole moment. What is dipole moment? Dipole moment, related to the dipole, we define physical quantity dipole moment, which is denoted by P, and it is given by charge into the distance between the two charges. Dipole moment, its mathematical formula is charge into the distance between them. What is the direction? Yes, it is a vector quantity. Magnitude is this, and its direction is always from negative to positive charge. Negative to the positive charge, and its SI unit is Coulomb meter. Where do we find dipoles? Where do this dipole exist? Where do such type of arrangement exist? So such type of arrangements we find out in the molecules, right? So let us make a note. Dipoles are found in matter, or let's say molecules. Example, water, HCl, they are all made up of dipoles. How? Let us see. Water, it is made up of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Oxygen atom having much more electronegativity, electrons are displaced towards it. Oxygen having a higher electronegativity, it pulls the electrons towards itself, as a result of which oxygen acquires slight negative charge and hydrogen acquires slight positive charge. Same thing happens here also. This hydrogen will also acquire a slight positive charge. Now this arrangement resembles dipole. This is a dipole. In the case of the HCl, hydrogen and the chlorine atoms, right? Again, chlorine having a high electronegativity, electrons are displaced towards the chlorine, and so chlorine acquires slight negative charge and hydrogen acquires slight positive charge. Ultimately, this is also a dipole. These dipoles have a special features. These dipoles give a special properties to this matter. What are those properties and all that you discuss it in the chemistry? But here we are dealing with the dipole and the electric field produced by these dipoles. What does they produce effect? What type of effect do they produce? Let us see. So now regarding the dipole, the most important and the first derivation that we have is electric field due to dipole. So what will be the electric field due to dipole? Electric field due to dipole, such arrangement, the electric field due to such arrangement is categorized into two parts. The first one is electric field on axial line, and the other one is electric field on the perpendicular line. Let us see electric field on the axial line. So when we say electric field on the axial line, one is the positive charge, right, and the other one is the negative charge. This constitutes a dipole, and now this is called as an axial line. This is the axis of the dipole, this is the axial line. I want to calculate electric field at a point P. I want to calculate electric field at a point P, and this point P is located at a distance x from the center of the dipole. This dipole, it has a length of 2a, right? So electric field at a point P I want to calculate. What will be the electric field at a point P? So writing down in the words, electric field at a point P is electric field due to positive charge, right? As well as electric field due to the negative charge. They are vector additions. Electric field due to positive charge and electric field due to negative charge. Once again, since vector involves both the things, magnitude as well as direction, our calculations, derivation involves only magnitude. Direction we can inspect from the diagram itself. Let us inspect about the direction first. So if we inspect about the direction, we know that due to positive charge, in which direction the electric field is? Due to positive charge, we know that electric field is directed radially outward. So due to this positive charge, electric field will be in this direction. And negative charge, electric field is directed inward. So electric field due to negative charge is radially inward. Now if we see here, both these vectors, they are collinear, acting on the same line. So ultimately, how will we get the magnitude? So magnitude of these vectors will be obtained by doing a subtraction. Is it correct? Yes, obviously it is correct. See, we have a positive charge closer to the P. So it will dominate, right? Positive charge will have a more domination at a point P. So we have written it first and minus the negative charge. If you take it in the reverse order, then the equation will get reversed. So electric field at a point P is due to positive charge minus negative charge. And what will be the net direction? Net direction of this dipole will be dominated by the positive charge. So electric field at a point P will be directed from the left to right. Right? Now let us, since we have got the direction, let us now find out the magnitude. This is the derivation for the magnitude. So what will be the electric field due to positive charge? Simple, K, Q, right? By distance square, what will be the distance between positive and the negative charge? This is the distance. How will you get this distance? X, complete X minus A. So X minus A whole square. We have the formula for the electric field. KQ by R square. So this is KQ by distance square. Minus, due to negative charge, KQ by, what is the distance from the negative charge? Right? X, and this distance will be A. So X plus A whole square. Simplifying this further, KQ can be taken out, right? X plus A whole square minus X minus A whole square upon A minus B, A plus B. So X square minus A square to the power whole square. Algebraic simplifications we have. This thing if you simplify will leave 4XA. Square terms will get cancelled out and denominator X square minus A square to the power whole square. This equation if we rearrange, K, Q, 2A, 2x upon x square minus a square to the power whole square. The same numerator I have just rearranged. K is there, Q is there, 4, 2 2s are 4, then a and x. Why I have done this? I want to replace this term by P, dipole moment P. So that will be KP 2x by x square minus a square to the power whole square. This is the electric field at a point P. Magnitude. And what will be the direction? In direction you can write down in words that the direction is from left to right. This way you can specify, or also you can say that direction, yes, it's better to specify this way from the left to right. This equation can be further simplified with the assumption. What is the assumption? We take this assumption that x is much greater than a. X is much greater than 2a. Right? This distance is much greater. I said that this distance between the dipole is order of the 10 to the power minus 12 or 10 to the power minus 9. Right? Order of the nano or pico. So, and this distance x is in the order of centimeters. right? So obviously this distance is very large as compared to this distance. So putting this assumption in this equation can be written as 2kpx upon x to the power 4. So electric field at a point P is given by 2kp by x cube. This is a more simplified equation for the electric field due to dipole on the axial line. This is a absolute equation, and with the assumption we put this equation, right? So this is the derivation of the electric field due to dipole on the axial line. Which equation you will use for the numericals, this one or this one? It is better to use this equation, right? This will give you the answers very fast. Now the second derivation we have due to dipole is on perpendicular line. Electric field due to dipole on the perpendicular line. So on this perpendicular line, let us again try to obtain the derivation. So dipole has a negative charge and a positive charge, right, separated by a distance 2a. Perpendicular line means this one, which bisects perpendicularly of the dipole, perpendicular bisector of the dipole. Now I want to calculate electric field at a point P, which is located at a distance x from the dipole, right? So now let us again identify the electric field due to negative charge and then due to positive charge. So what will be the direction of the electric field due to negative charge? Rule: electric field due to negative charge is directed towards it, right? So electric field due to negative charge is towards it, and electric field due to negative charge will be directed away from it. So electric field due to negative charge is directed towards it, and due to positive charge it is directed away. In which direction the net electric field will be? These are the vector quantities. So resultant will be obtained in this direction. So this will be the net electric field at a point P. Direction will be from right to left. Sorry, left to right to left, right? As per our geometry, the direction of the electric field will be from right to left. If your geometry is reverse, let's say here is positive and here is negative, and if you draw the diagram for such an arrangement, then what it will be? For positive it will be here, right, and for negative it will be in this direction. So net resultant will be in this direction, from left to right, right? But as per our diagrammatic drawing, our electric field has a direction from right to left. When asked in exam, you can do either this way or with this diagram. Calculations are same for both of them, whichever you draw. Same case here also. If you put negative closer, your answer will have a negative sign here. It doesn't make it wrong. It is absolutely right. Either you keep negative closer to the point P, or you keep positive closer to the point P. But general trend is that positive is kept closer to the point P as per the textbook. So let us try to solve this, right? We want to calculate electric field at a point P. So again, since this is a vector equation, electric field at a point P is vector sum of electric field due to positive charge and electric field due to negative charge. We have to evaluate this. How will you evaluate this? If you closely see this, can I write electric field due to positive charge will be its magnitude, direction already we have got, it is from left to right, so just magnitude we have to evaluate. So it will be square root of e plus square e minus square. Can I write this way? If you recollect vectors, your vectors must be very strong to understand this topic. If your vectors are not clear enough, please look out the videos for the vectors, how to solve them. Can this formula be applied here? No. This formula holds true only for the case if the electric field they make 90 degree with them. Right? So here this formula is not applicable since we are not sure that this angle is 90 degree. Then how will we evaluate? So steps are, let us say this angle is theta, right? This is a isosceles triangle. This angle also is theta. As per the geometry, this is theta and this one is theta. I will redraw this diagram so that it will give you a very better view and understanding, right? We have a electric field due to positive charge and electric field due to negative charge, right? We are not sure that this angle is 90 degree. Let us say this also theta and this one is also theta from the geometry. Now how will you evaluate this? To evaluate this, I resolve electric field into components. So electric field due to negative can be resolved as, this will be E minus sine theta, right? Electric field, its sine component. Electric field due to negative charge, its sine component. And electric field due to negative charge, its cos component will act in this direction, in the resultant direction. Similarly, if we resolve electric field due to positive charge into rectangular components, then electric field due to positive charge, right, its sine component, and electric field due to positive charge, its cos component. So this is, we have resolved vectors. Now if we see perpendicular components, they are opposite. Will they get cancelled? Yes, they will get cancelled if they are equal in magnitude. If magnitude is equal, then direction is already seen from the geometry. So equal and opposite will get cancelled out, but we will inspect whether they are equal or not. And in the horizontal components, they will get added up. So let us see the vertical components. So electric field E plus sine theta, what is its value? So electric field due to positive charge. Let us find out electric field due to positive charge. So it will be kq by distance square. What is the distance? This is the distance from the point P. So this is a, this is x. So this distance will be square root of x square plus a square. Put here x square plus a square. Square root will get cancelled since the formula is kq by r square, right? And sine theta. Similarly, if we find out electric field due to negative component, right, what it will be? Again, k, q, right, by distance is, again this distance isosceles triangle, so both the sides are equal, x square plus a square, right, and sine theta. Now see, we have a very clear observation about the perpendicular components. So from this equation, we can conclude that perpendicular components are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Hence, cancel each other. This is the conclusion for the perpendicular components. Now let us see about the horizontal components. So perpendicular components are cancelled. So electric field at this point P will be only due to horizontal component. Perpendicular components, they are equal and opposite, so they have cancelled out. Electric field at a point P will be only due to horizontal components. Let us see, let us evaluate the horizontal components. So horizontal component, if we evaluate, it will be E plus cos theta and E minus cos theta, right? Horizontal component you can write down here as EH. So this, for the horizontal direction we have E minus, both of them are in the same direction, collinear vectors, directly they will get added up. So let us again put the values, the value of the E plus, right? Similarly it will be kq by distance square, so x square plus a square cos theta, and for negative also kq by x square plus a square cos theta. Adding them up, it is 2kq by x square plus a square. Let us put the value of cos theta. base upon hypotenuse. So base is a, hypotenuse this. Hypotenuse is square root of x square plus a square. Right? Here also if you find out cos theta, base upon hypotenuse, the same value you will get. Can we use this to find out the value of cos theta? Can we use this diagram or this theta to find out the value of cos theta? No, because we do not know the values of these. These are just vector representations. Values are given in this triangle, so we have to compulsory use this triangle to find out the value of cos theta. Let us evaluate. K 2q a upon x square plus a square whole raised to the power 3 by 2 q into 2a. It can be written as dipole moment P. So kp by x square plus a square raised to the power 3 by 2. This is the horizontal component of the electric field at a point P. Horizontal component of the electric field at a point P. Net electric field at a point P is electric field due to vertical component plus electric field due to horizontal component. Due to vertical component it is 0. We have already proved here. It's only due to horizontal component. So electric field at a point P will be Kp by x square plus a square raised to the power 3 by 2. This is the absolute equation for the electric field due to dipole on perpendicular line. Again we can put an assumption here. What assumption? The same assumption, that the distance x is very very large as compared to a. Right? So this equation can be modified as Kp by only x remains, so it will be x cube. So this is the electric field at a point P on a perpendicular component. Right? So this is the derivation. One more conclusion to be obtained. Right? If you see on the axial line, right, on the axial line, and if you see on the vertical line, perpendicular line. So that is what the derivation is. I hope you have understood, enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe.